your guests, they obviously add a lot of value to your show. Your show offers a lot of value to everybody. So I do want to talk about value. Now, if I were doing this podcast, I would be very, very stuck, because when I think of guests, I think of, who do I want to talk to, right? It's value to me, and value to me is also value to my audience. Whereas you, as a podcast coach, your job is really to bring value to your listener more than yourself, or you have to kind of put your listeners' value in front of what you value. So talk to me about that. Is that something you struggle with, or is that something that's just like, you know what, I can put my personal feelings aside and just, it's kind of just do what I got to do? Because your show is very, very important to definitely a lot of people.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. It's one that I haven't really thought about a lot. I mean, I think I started out by interviewing my friends, which was kind of personal, right? It was kind of valuable to me. And I also loved who they were and their stories. And I knew that they also could provide value to students too. I think for me, I get value at connecting with other people. And I think also, so basically that's why authenticity and vulnerability are so like critical to the podcast. And when you're sharing your story with another human and you're sharing about struggles that you experienced when you were in college, all of a sudden we have this deeper connection, right? Even if it's over Zoom. Now I know something that you struggled with, and so do so many other people now, and how you really got through it and how you got out of it. So really it is still personal to me, even though it's some of the topics, right? Like managing my time in college is probably not that I don't have to worry about managing my time in college, but a lot of those same principles actually do help me manage my time in life. Right. So I think it's so interesting because yes, it is really focused on college students, but for me, I want students to feel prepared when they leave college. So that means that really all of these things are life things that are just going to help them really catapult their life in college, not really just help them be successful in college. So for me, it is way beyond just the value that students are getting. It's also, I still get a ton of value from that too. And I'll give you a quick example. I was talking to somebody recently and they knew a professor who does gratitude research. And that sparked my curiosity because I'm like, ooh, what is that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm like,
what exactly is gratitude research? Please tell me more.
Yeah. And I think what they did is they've done studies to look at what gratitude can do for our lives, basically in the day-to-day. And I'm like, okay, I'm interested in that. So first off, like it's kind of a dual purpose because I get to connect with somebody who knows a lot and who's done this, gratitude research, but I also can help students see that they can actually help a professor do gratitude research, right? Like that's a thing, that's a job. And it's something that you could do if you're interested in it. But also like, what have you learned in your research that could help students, right? And also, again, it's helping you live a better life, not only just while you're in college, but also post-college too.
That's the end of the clip. Thank you so much for listening. Check out Alicia's podcast. Anywhere podcasts can be found. She was a great guest. I'm very happy to have her. And if you want to be a guest on this podcast, ambiguouspodcastsolutions.com, or send me an email, will@apspodcast. That's APSPODCAST.com. Like, share, subscribe, the works. I know you hate these outros because they all say the same thing. Hit the like button. Oh my God. But it actually works. Do it, please. For me. Thank you. You can go back and enjoy your day now.